Hi guys, it's Ankita. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about all the books that I read in the month of April. In total, I read 4 books, and out of those 4 books, I had 3 5-star reads. So I'll say overall, April was a good reading month. Even though I didn't read a lot of books, I did love the books that I read. Okay, so let's begin with the first one. The first book that I read in April was Killer in the Vineyard by Victoria Koski. I absolutely fell in love with the protagonist in this book. Her name is Sylvie. She is quirky and strange, but she has a really big heart and she wants to help those around her. And I thought overall it was a really good mystery. There's a sweet romance in this as well. I definitely gave this book 5 stars because I loved Sylvie. I absolutely loved her, and I didn't want to stop following her life. I was kind of sad when this story ended, but then this is the 3rd book in this series. While I was reading this book, I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything, like I should have read the first and the 2nd book. No, I thought this was a good standalone, but I just wanted more of Sylvie. I'm reading the first book. So if you're planning to read this series, I would say read it in order. Start with book 1, but if you don't think you can commit to reading 3 books, this one as a standalone was also good. Like I said, when I gave this a 5-star rating, I didn't read the first 2 books and I still loved it. I mean, it was all about Sylvie. I loved her so much. I did a complete review of this on my channel, so if you want to know more about this book, check out the video. The second book that I read last month was Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I watched a ton of contemporary romance recommendation videos, and this book was on almost every list. So I thought I would give this a try, and so I gave this one a try, and I would say I loved it, but I did enjoy it. It was pure entertainment. It was funny and lighthearted. So in this book, we follow the love story of the son of the President of the United States and an English prince. And it has enemies to lovers trope. I gave this one 4 stars for pure entertainment. The next book I read last month was The Cruelest Month by Louise Penny. This book and this series. If you are into mysteries, if you love traditional mysteries, if you love mysteries set in a small town, you have to read these books. Give it a try. This is the 3rd book in the 3 Pines Mysteries, or you might also know these as Chief Inspector Armand Gamache series. They're the same. This is the 3rd book in the series, and I absolutely loved it. Now, one thing I will recommend is that you read these books in order. I know in my last video I said that you do not have to read these books in order, but there is an overarching plot, and Kate Howe also let me know that there is an overarching plot and you should read it in order. And after reading this, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, definitely read them in order. I was glad that I picked it up during Easter because the plot of this book begins at Easter, or it is, during the Easter time. In this one, a popular woman dies. The woman is really well loved, and multiple motives and suspects emerge during the investigation. But obviously, the star of this book was Armand Gamache and his partner Beauvoir. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Beauvoir. I just love Armand Gamache. He is such a calming personality who has to investigate murders, and obviously he's a homicide detective at the Sûreté de Quebec. I love how Louise Penny also uses a theme. Like in this one, it was Easter, so it's springtime and it's all about rebirth, and I love how she uses this theme to tell a murder mystery. I really loved it. I gave it 5 stars, and I will continue reading this series. And the last book I finished in April was The Hobbit. I talked about this book in my previous video. What was it? Mendocino in Redwood vlog. So if you want to know more about my thoughts on this book, please watch that video. And I gave this 5 dazzling stars. I mean, I wish I could give it more. I absolutely enjoyed it. I didn't expect to love this book as much as I did. I have no excuse for not having read this book before, ever. I read it for the first time and I'm surprised why I didn't read this when I was a child. It's an amazing book. I think it's a really good book to read to children as well. If you have kids, read it to children. And I also listened to an audiobook. The link for the audiobook is included in the description of my vlog video, so I highly recommend that audiobook. It's on Spotify. Alright, so those are the 4 books that I read in April. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books, if you are familiar with the authors, or if any of these books interest you. And also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. And I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.